Let's talk about the trails at Carmel Mountain Ranch. As many of you know, I've been involved with this development since the very beginning, since the golf course in Carmel Mountain Ranch was originally sold to New Urban West. New Urban West then did all of the permitting and land use changing and rezoning and so forth with the city of San Diego, and then they flipped it to Lennar. So New Urban West was an interim owner between the golf course and Lennar. And I've been the Carmel Mountain Ranch Sabre Springs Community Planning Group chairperson since 2018. And the Community Planning Group is a little offshoot of the San Diego city government. Our job is to basically advise the San Diego Planning Commission and City Council as to what's happening in the community. And when a developer comes before the planning group, we're supposed to be able to give input to the city on what sort of development we'd like to see. In most cases, the city of San Diego does whatever the heck it wants anyway, so the planning group is somewhat limited in what it can do. But at least there is a group in Carmel Mountain Ranch that is attempting to look out for what's best for everyone here. Do we always get what we want? Absolutely not. However, we continue to try. So let's go ahead and jump right into this. And we're going to start this overview map here, the master site plan. And you can find all of this information that I'm showing you right now at lennarsdbuilds.com. So this is all from the Lennar website. Unit 1 is up here between, it's right along Seabridge and Windcrest. So the entrance here to Unit 1, which is now called Marlowe, is right here, LOA. And these are detached condos, essentially. So looking at Marlowe, we have, it looks like 1, 2, 3, 4 residences ranging from, looks like 1.4 to 1.5 million dollars. I happen to know that some of these have sold for less than 1.4. So, you know, it's very difficult to actually determine what these are selling for as they're selling. It takes a long time for developers to report this information, but eventually we will be able to see what each and every one of these separate properties sold for. So these are detached condos, 2,500 square feet, 2,469 square feet, and 2,289 square feet. And as I was showing you before, they are sandwiched here between Seabridge and Montfort, Breezeway Place up here. And if you walk through here, what Lennar does here is they gray out the existing homes, but you should know, if you don't already, that there were already a bunch of existing homes here, and the distance between this person's backyard and this building right here is about 50 feet. So it's not a lot. And when you walk along LOA, these trees and shrubs that they're depicting here are not nearly as big as people would like them to be. And people are able to see, you know, right into other people's backyards and so forth. So this is all very tightly packed, but definitely people moving in to Marlowe at this point. And that's what's going on there on Unit 1. Now, as I move through this, looking at unit number 2 over here. Where's Unit 2? Right here. Unit 2 is between Capewood and Windcrest. So Windcrest Lane is getting hit hard by this development. They've got Marlowe up at the top. You've got this development here, Laurel, which is not yet being built. They are currently looking at completion January of 2025. So right now it's just bare dirt, and they're working on it. But again, you've got all these homes that back right up to it on Capewood and on Windcrest. And as you can see, the boundary gets a little bit thicker up towards the top. So that'll be at least a little better for some of these homeowners. But some of the folks down here at the bottom have that minimum 50-foot buffer. So that's coming in 2025. And Laurel, let's see if we can show you what Laurel looks like. Where did Laurel go? Laurel here, okay. So Laurel is attached housing, and they say they're actively selling, but those are definitely not built. And they're from the mid 700s to the high 800s, so basically high 700s and up. 761 for 2-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,322 square feet. 794.9 for 1,513 square feet. 896. So the prices climb very quickly as you jump from 2 to 3 bedrooms. And essentially what they're telling you is this is what they look like. So they look like condos, and that's what they are. Not built yet, however, Lennar claims actively selling, so we will take them at their word there. So Unit 3 and 4 are planned open space. This is the Chikorita Creek watershed right here. It's a FEMA flood zone, so no construction here for the folks in Cambridge and Waterfield Laurels. No construction behind any of their homes. Although, you know, these folks are still going to be impacted by increased population in Carmel Mountain Ranch, but no active construction going on there on Unit 3 and 4. Unit 5, this is the set-aside required affordable housing portion. Anytime a developer plans a for-sale development, they are required to set aside 10% for affordable housing. So Lennar is building 701 for-sale units, so that means they were required to build roughly 70 affordable apartments, and what they're building here is 125, although they are not, Lennar is not actually building these. They're in negotiations with another contractor to build these apartments, and this site, this Unit 5 site, is basically along Rancho Carmel Drive, and here is the Carmel Mountain Ranch, the existing recreation center. So it'll be right here. And I said before that the folks in Cambridge will not be impacted by development, but these few people here definitely will be. So you got your 50-foot buffer here. So I was mistaken when I said Cambridge is escaping the effects of direct development. Not everyone in Cambridge is. So for these folks here, this looks like, I don't know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 or 8 homes here. We're going to back directly up to these apartments, and then there's going to be the open space here still. So that is looking like they're going to be completing wet and dry utilities by November of this year, and the construction start and finish is still TBD, according to Lennar. So moving on to Unit 6. This is Royal Melbourne Square here, Rancho Carmel Drive here. No homes have yet been built here. However, this site is definitely being prepped for building, and they anticipate those to be starting in January 2025 and complete by March of 25. And at the same time, there is a separate development, a 4-story building going up right here, which is not related to Lennar, and a whole other story. Used to be a parking garage. Another developer slash flipper bought that from the city of San Diego for a song and flipped it to a developer, and it's now a 4-story building that is almost complete. So here, so there are going to be 50 units here, 125 units here, and then Ashton is what they're calling this. And those are going to look like, what are those going to look like? Let's see, where did Ashton go? I had you here. Oh, Ashton, yes. All right, so looking at Ashton, we've got, they say actively selling, high 900s to mid 1 millions. Looking pretty much like the other ones I showed you. I suspect these images are stock images. So residents one at Ashton, these are going to be a little bigger, 1,697 square feet, 1,834 square feet, and 2,068 square feet. So larger units and certainly larger prices on those. So that's what's going on there with Ashton and Unit 6. Skipping ahead here to Unit 7. And yes, this is a longer video. There's a lot to unpack here. Unit 7 is the same as always. It is going to be Shoal Creek Park. And they are, I can assure you, actively plowing, grading, pushing dirt around, etc. here, etc. Here, they are in the process of building this, and the anticipated completion date is somewhere between May of 25 and May of 26. So that's very specific there for you. That's going to be a park. Unit 8, a lot of units, or a lot of homes already built here on Unit 8. Once again, Windcrest Lane getting hammered here. So in between Windcrest, Stonygate, and Bolton Avenue pretty much is where these Clementine and Headley units are going. And let's go ahead and check out what those look like. Headley, 900 to mid 1 millions. Again, we got this same stock image. They say they're actively selling, which they are because there are units built there. So definitely they're trying to sell those. So we're looking at, 936,000 on up to $1,057,000. So relatively pricey condominiums there is what you've got. And going back to the site plan here, looking for Unit 9. This is really where the rubber meets the road, I guess, in Carmel Mountain Ranch. This is the top of the hill, Carmel Ridge Road. You've got Montfort Court back here, Breezeway Place here, Brewster over here. I would say this is the largest section of housing. This is where the clubhouse, the Carmel Mountain Golf Course clubhouse used to be here. We've got another video on our site of the demolition of that, which happened just a few weeks ago. So that was interesting to watch. A fixture in Carmel Mountain Ranch for well over 30 years, destroyed in just a couple of days. I should say demolished. Destroyed makes it sound like I'm bitter. But it was demolished in just a couple of days, and they are going to develop this site here with the, let's see, what are we looking for? Lavender and Ashton is what they're calling this. And those are anticipated to be complete in the summer of 2026. So yes, folks, Lennar will be in Carmel Mountain Ranch for quite some time to come. Let's have a quick look at Lavender here and see what, or did we already do that? I think there's other parts of this. There are 7 different housing products that Lennar is putting out here in this development. And they're repeated once or twice throughout. So if I already talked about Lavender, I apologize, but it looks like those are starting in the low 800s and going on up to the high 900s. So we'll see where that winds up, because the housing market could be completely different by the summer of 2026. And the prices that they're showing now may or may not be the prices then. But they're trying to pre-sell all those, so we'll see how they do. Unit 10 and 11. This is again Brewster Court taking their share of this, and this is the Collage condominium development here, which has been there since the beginning, basically. And then Ferncrest, Ted Williams Parkway here. So this is Unit 10 and 11. Laurel and Headley. And I think when it comes to housing product types, I mean, you get the picture. I've shown you what there is, and I don't need to get into their pricing structure and so forth on every single one of these. However, they are anticipating, let's see, landscaping, anticipated milestones, public trails open August 2025. Doesn't say when the building here is. Let's see, home building operations. Oh yeah, complete by July of 2025. So next summer, these are going to be around. So looking at unit 12 over here, no construction. This is going to be planned open space. So that's what's going on there, open space. And then we've got on unit 13, Walden Park. That is, you've got Etude Road, Esprit Avenue here, and you've got your Walden Neighborhood Park here with anticipated completion again in the summer of 2026. So these folks over here on the south side of Ted Williams are not going to see any building at all, just parks, which is good for them. And then unit 15 here is going to remain open space. This is a large open space. You've got Carmel Ridge Road running along here, and on the east side of this is Poway. There's a large SDG&E corridor through here, so it really can't be developed. And then when you move over here to unit 16, what you're getting is homes being built. Let's see if we can scroll over here without zooming out. Unit 16, yes, homes, shoot, I zoomed out anyway, didn't I? Homes being built over here are the Jasmine product, which I believe I already showed you. If not, go to the website or Google Jasmine Lennar Carmel Mountain Ranch. It'll come up. Eastbourne Road here, Highland Ranch Elementary over here, Highland Ranch Park over here, and then the new Eastbourne Park will be right here. So that is essentially, and then it's the unit 18. Let's see, where is unit 18? That is no homes being built, open space. So I actually don't see unit 18 on this map. It's over in here somewhere. No homes being built there. So that's really an overview of what's being built and roughly when. And of course, this development is called The Trails. So where are these trails going to be? Here is an approved trail map for you, theoretically. Yes. So this project is called The Trails, so I figured it would only be fitting to show you a map of what these trails are going to be looking like. Again, this is on Lennar's website, no secret information here. So it's a little hard to see the whole thing all at once. Let's zoom out and see if we can kind of see the whole thing at once. This is a more technical drawing here. Do we have a more cartoonish approved trail map? No, this is what we got. So what you see here in orange are the trails. So the trails are going to weave their way through Carmel Mountain Ranch. These were formerly golf cart paths, a lot of them, and they're rebuilding, redeveloping a lot of this into walking, biking, hiking trails, which should total roughly about 6 miles worth of trails when they're done. And at certain points here, they're crossing under major streets. So that is a huge question that some of us have, is how these are going to be secured and maintained, because if folks have to actually cross these major thoroughfares, you're pretty much killing the walkability and promise of the trails. We were promised contiguous trails. Golf carts used to use these tunnels, and the new HOAs that are being formed are going to be theoretically responsible for securing and maintaining these tunnels, and that kind of remains to be seen in my view, but we shall see. So we've got a trail running up, unit 15 and 16, and then across here to 17, which I believe I didn't talk about 17 and the anticipated completion. Maybe we'll just have to get to that next time. But then, these trails definitely will provide, assuming they work as promised, they're going to provide an amenity for Carmel Mountain Ranch that Carmel Mountain Ranch does not currently have. So that, in my view, is probably the highlight of what's going on here is getting these trails open to the public. Over the years, we saw golf carts driving on these things and they were private, couldn't use them. And now if you want to go for a run or a walk in Carmel Mountain Ranch, you're running or walking on the street with cars whizzing by, and that is not ideal. These trails should provide a major amenity for all the residents of Carmel Mountain Ranch and not just the new residents. That's what was promised to us, and that's what we are fighting to make sure happens. So I have rambled on for more than 20 minutes here. It's a lot to talk about, but people have asked me to update, to show what's going on. And I'm doing my best to do that. There are definitely other realtors who have made videos about the trails, but they're more focused on the housing, and they're more focused on, yay, look at the housing kind of thing, to get clicks and views. This is really nuts and bolts stuff here, folks. It's not terribly sexy or exciting, but it is information, and I know that folks are generally hungry for information, and we're trying to get it to you. We're way overdue for a new drone flight. Long story there. We've done a few previous drone flights and need to get another one of those done so you can see from the aerial view how Carmel Mountain Ranch has transformed over the past few months. So with that, I'm going to say thank you for watching. Like, share, subscribe, comment if you got this far. Thank you so much for watching. Really appreciate it, and appreciate your kind words and support over the years, and all your kind words and support to come in the future. I'm here for you, whether you've got questions about Carmel Mountain Ranch, whether you've got questions about real estate in Carmel Mountain Ranch, or anywhere else in San Diego County. I'm here for you. So send us a message, give us a call. We'll always get back to you, and we will always find you the information you are looking for. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.